Well, joining us right now is Meghan McCain, Mondays with Meghan. She's got the big podcast.
Oh, that she does.
She's big time.
How big it is. Thank you.
Meghan, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys? Thanks for having me again.
Meghan, before we jump into it, can I ask real quick for an update on Mom?
She's doing much better. Thank you very much. She is still in a rehab in the hospital, but she's going to get out soon. Like I said, she's very pissed that she's still in the hospital. She's not happy about it, but like I said, she's, thank God, cognitively totally fine.
Great.
And just physically needs some rehab, but the doctors are saying it should be relatively, in the scheme of things like this, relatively quick. So everybody's feeling grateful because, it could have been so much worse.
Megan,
so thank you for asking.
We sent Pat McMahon over to cheer her up.
We did.
Oh, thank you.
She's a big fan. No, she's a Wallace and Ladmo fan. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like obsessed with it. And I texted her his phone number. I hope you don't mind me sharing that, Gaydos, because Gaydos gave it to me.
It's okay.
And my mom was like, "Are you with him right now?" And I was like, "No, Pat McMahon is not in my living room with me. It's fine if he wants to come over, but I was like, no, I'm not physically with Pat McMahon.
She's going to get the full show.
Watch this, Bruce. Hard right turn. You ready?
Ready.
Meghan McCain is joining us on KTAR. So why did Trump poop on everybody on No King's Day? Did you see the AI video of him in a crown in a jet, and he dropped poop on people out at No King's Day? Did you see that, Meghan?
I actually did not see it, but I did hear about it.
Okay. Yeah. So here's the thing. I know he likes to troll. I get it.
That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
But let's be honest first, just a second. He really believes he's only the president of his base, not all of America. That's not in my opinion. I think it's a fact. Am I wrong?
I mean, I think he has just a very serious problem with anyone who didn't vote for him or anyone who doesn't like him. I mean, duh.
Right.
But most presidents, when they become president, are like, I'm president, the stump speech is like, I'm going to be president of all Americans and blah, blah, blah. And he definitely, even at Charlie Kirk's funeral, he was like, I hate my enemies. So I'm not, I don't, honestly, anything having to do with like, excrement of any kind is going to be repulsive to me. Yeah. So I think it's distasteful and I think it's really reductive. The thing I still can't tell, and I really try and get out of my bubble as much as possible, and it's great to come on your show because you guys are more independent than I am. I just really want to know if I'm so much in a bubble that it doesn't matter, that Trump is just, even independents, they just are so dissatisfied with so many things the left are doing, they'll just go with him and Republicans either way, or if he's making, people are just, grossed out by him as a president and don't agree with the things he's doing, and that will make an impact. So I just can't tell anymore. But the one thing that I do think is gaining traction, interestingly enough, is, and I'm sure you guys saw this, but Vice President Vance coming out and sort of saying, not coming out and condemning these racist text messages that were these really horrific, disgusting text messages that came out of these young Republicans that were released by Politico.
Right.
He sent this really bizarre tweet out that was like, I'm not going to, talk about this while the attorney general nominee here in Virginia is, has sent texts out, which are horrific as well, saying he wants Republicans killed and Republican children killed. I'm like, can't we just say it's all bad?
Yeah, no, you can't.
Nazis is bad and violent. Can't we all just agree this is not acceptable behavior in any society? And I was really disappointed in him doing that, and I have seen a lot of movement and just this anecdotal stuff that people thought that it was sort of really reading the room wrong and cowardly.
Yeah, I remember the days, and can't tell you how long ago it was, when you would say things like Nazis are bad, and it wasn't an argument. Who knew? Now weird. It's an argument. Okay.
Hey, Meghan, do you think that the No King stuff, here in Phoenix, 15,000 people, across America, thousands and thousands of people. Do you think it's...
I think they said 7 million at all the different...
Wait, really screwed that one up.
No,
I meant to
it's okay.
say millions of people. Sorry. Not thousands. Is it I hate Trump or, you know what, I just love America? Which one is it?
Oh.
I think it's more I hate Trump than I love America. And I really, when the Women's March first happened, when Trump was first elected, I remember being like, oh my gosh, we got to pay attention to this. Women in America are furious and they're pissed off and this is going to be a revolution. And then nothing really happened in that vein. And when it came to the Women's March. So I take these kind of protests. I don't dismiss it, but I don't really take it as seriously as I should, but part of it is I think the messaging is hard. It's like, no, and I get, like, I've had many people explain to me, like, it's not that Trump wasn't duly elected by democracy, it's that people on the left believe that he's overexerting his powers and abusing his powers in office. Like, okay, fine if that's your message, but I still think the message of, like, the government shut down and milk costs $7 a gallon is, like, the one that people should be focusing on. And I have a very dear friend who works for a very prominent Democrat politician. I don't have her permission to say who, but I will if I'm allowed to next week.
Okay.
And I was talking to her, and I said, you know, my problem with Democrats right now is that just find good candidates. And I said, my state in Arizona is like a great example of this. I just saw polling on Gallego, and you guys can find this too, it's public, and Senator Kelly. They're both really popular in Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona was a red state up until, 10 seconds ago after my dad died. It's like, if you have normal candidates, I think Senator Mark Kelly's like a very normal man. I don't agree with his politics, but I don't have any problems with him personally and the way he campaigns, the way he conducts himself. The problem is so many people are running these Democrats to just come off so radical in so many different places. And again, no disrespect to Senator Kelly. I like him as a person very much. He's not a radical Mamdani.
No.
He is very representative of the people of Arizona. And I think there's just so many Democrats that are so undisciplined that would rather have like a hardcore red meat progressive than like the two senators representing our state. And I just don't know how that turns out.
Let me ask you a question then, because I think that's interesting. But is there an argument to be made that Senator Kelly, let's use him as an example.
Sure.
In New York City, he's a radical right-wing Republican.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Know.
Like we're grading on a curve, if you will. When you go to places like New York or San Francisco, they have a whole different scale for their politics.
The people, and again, just my observations, the people I saw at the No Kings rally are probably looking for a Mamdani, like an aggressive red meat flamethrower versus like a nice astronaut who seems to want to work with the other side.
Yeah. Well, they saw that Trump didn't win by appealing to the middle.
No, he did not. That's fair. No, he did not.
Meghan McCain is joining us on KTAR. She joins us every single Monday here on the show. All right. So I don't understand something. And I don't even know if our audience knows who George Santos is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a guy who's a convicted felon. He lied. He was a representative.
Yeah, in Congress.
Stole millions, defrauded an election, lied about parts of his backstory. He's charged with defrauding voters and donors and soliciting donations and, stealing some of that money. And I saw that you liked that Trump
I did.
got him out of jail. Why?
Because I'm totally shameless that we are friends. And I know that's hard to understand. A lot of people are very angry about it, but like I'm very honest and very real about whatever. He was actually one of my first guests on my show when it first launched, and I was expecting to have this like really awful, contentious conversation with him, and he seemed to really understand the crimes he committed. If you watch my interview with him, which is online on any place you can find a podcast.
You had him on today, right? You had him on today.
He was your guest,
for an hour.
Yeah.
Yes, we are friends.
That's fair.
I'm not like best friends with him, but we are friends. I think he's very, I think he's really trying to turn his life around. I think he knows he's made huge mistakes. How you feel about him getting released from prison. I was actually very surprised that it happened, just given, that he was convicted for 7 years. His argument, a lot of arguments people are making, like, I don't remember if I came on your show when Hunter Biden was pardoned, but I was really angry about it because it didn't just go from past pardons, it's future pardons as well. So
I didn't like that either. I didn't like that either.
I know you did.
Are you okay with real quickly with George Santos? The commuting of the sentence also means he doesn't have to pay restitution to the people he stole money from. It's almost $400,000. Is that okay?
No, of course not. I would prefer him to work, and if he did the right thing, I would prefer him to like work and make money. I think he's on Cameo right now, and I'm sure we'll end up on reality television one way or the other.
Dancing with the Stars. Here you come.
Just
pay back his victims. And look, this is not. I'm the first person to say, like, I don't do this often, but every once in a while I'll have a guest on, and I don't know if you guys do this as well. Just simply because it's like highly entertaining and interesting and of the moment. Ethics wise, there's certainly people I've been pitched. I'm like, I don't want to have this. Had he committed a not white collar crime. And I'm not saying that what he did is right or acceptable or in any way not illegal, and he shouldn't have been convicted. But we have to make judgment calls when we're producing content for my show. And he's my friend, as weird as that sounds, and he's very fun and very pleasant. And I know it's weird, but he's so lovely to me. And that's not, again, I'm not dismissing the crimes he committed. I'm not dismissing, I'm not at all. I was shocked he was let out of prison, and I was the first podcast he went on. And sometimes you just take the win when you can get a good guest, and it's streaming very well.
Yeah,
so maybe that's pretty shameless. I apologize.
No. I don't care really about George Santos. I don't like that Trump got him out of jail. That's my issue. Convicted felon. You know what? Let the guy pay his debt to society. Let's stop taking certain people out of jail who deserve to be in jail. That's my problem.
You mean like the January 6th
Yes,
people?
like the January 6th people.
I think if you're going to get them out of jail, nobody else is free. Ghislaine Maxwell's getting out any minute now. I can tell you that.
It is
I would not interview a January 6th whatever.
Well, good for you. I know you won't, for God's sakes.
No.
Well, there's a lot of people that and I don't understand this. They've been turned into heroes or something, or people are people really respect, which I don't. And can I just say how wildly embarrassing it is that guy with the horns, the Viking guy, is from Phoenix.
He is.
Do you know how many people after that happened were like, "Do you know him?" And I was like, "Phoenix is an enormous. There's millions and millions of people. I do not know that man.
Yeah,
no,
he's
never met
disgraceful.
That man.
The guy in the Chewbacca bikini.
Yeah,
he's a piece of work.
I've interviewed him before. He's a disgrace.
You did?
I did. Yeah, sure. I just put people on. What are you going to do? I'm putting a guy with horns on. What are you
guy
gonna
in
do?
the horns.
He had horns. I'm putting him on the air.
In the bikini. Oh,
Did
my
he give a reason? I mean, I can listen to it, but
he has some issues.
It's been a while.
He has some issues. It might be a nice is the polite way to say it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Megan. Well, thanks for joining us.
You.
Have a great day. Tell your mom we said hello.
Please.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys. See you next week.
You got it. That's Meghan McCain, Mondays with Megan.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.